On this episode of Dirt Road Traveler, we're walking the island walk in Prince Edward Island, and on this leg, we're walking from Dalvay by the Sea
to Bishop's Rest B&B in Mount Stewart.
And we're making a quick stop right now, getting berries at the berry patch. Alrighty, Dalvay, you were lovely. Great food, great people, great correction of a not so wonderful room situation. So you handled that very well, bravo. We are now on our way to
Mount Stewart
to stay at the Bishop's Rest bed and breakfast, and we're just over 25 kilometers for this walk this morning, today.
And a little less windy, a little foggy.
Yeah, a lot less windy, a lot less rainy, but now we have fog to navigate through for our walk. So here we go. And this is the pea soup that we're walking through at this point this morning. Let's hope it warms up and gets the sun out and burns this stuff off. So two things as we're a kilometer a bit into our walk. There's the sight line that we're at now of the Dalvay by the Sea. And we see our first osprey of the day. You can see the osprey just sitting on the edge of the nest. Love it. We're approximately 5.6 kilometers into our day. As you can see, it's not a sunny day at all, but we're at Winter River, another shellfish fishery. And today is June 30th, 2025. St. Michael's Church right behind us does have an outhouse. So that's a bonus for those who may be considering using the green room. We also think that there's a geocache on the Winter River Bridge, and we're gonna go try to find that now. And sadly, there's a bunch of starfish on the pavement as we go over the bridge. How the heck does that happen? So basically, often a lot of humans suck. Where the geocache looks to be is in that guardrail behind us, but where it would be is all full of somebody's garbage. So that's terrible. We ain't going in there. So we're carrying on. As we have an osprey chirping around us, we've come to a funny spot. So Island Walk says go straight. However, because we're going to Bishop's Rest, we're actually turning left here at Route 219. About an hour ago, maybe 6 kilometers ago, we saw the steeple of this beautiful St. Bonaventure Church off in the distance. It is quite lovely. And oddly enough, standing right here, there's some wacky acoustics. Okay. We've got about 9 kilometers left in our walk today to
Mount Stewart.
Mount Stewart. We're staying at the Bishop's Rest bed and breakfast. They're going to have dinner for us tonight, breakfast obviously tomorrow, and they're packing us a lunch for tomorrow's walk. One thing that we wanted to talk to you about, we just got passed by the taxi service that has been taking our main bags for us to each location. We have 2 different companies doing that for us just by proximity. From our perspective, it's well worth the $70-ish a day to have our bags not on our backs as we walk 20 to 25 kilometers. We will have the contact information for who we're using on this portion of the tour down below, as well as the contact information for the other chap that's taking our bags on the second half. You probably heard from that. This route today takes us back onto Highway 2. The nice thing is, as you can see here, there's a nice shoulder to walk on, so it's very safe if walking along the side of a highway can be safe. So like I said, we've got about 9 kilometers left, so we're gonna carry on carrying on. We couldn't resist stopping for, and we're told these were picked within the last few minutes, so kind of like that can of beer that we had at PEI Brewing Company. These are super fresh, so we're getting some. And a quick thank you to Maritime Welding and Machining for giving us this T-Rex giggle along our way on Route 2. There's an eagle flying around, welcoming us to the area, maybe. We're almost at the Bishop's Rest, but St. Andrew's Chapel, let's have a quick look at it. And here, just outside of the chapel, is an awesome plaque talking about Bishop McEachran, who came to Canada from Scotland in 1790. And for 45 years ministered zealously to the people of Prince Edward Island. That's pretty cool. Magdalen Islands, Cindy and I were there a few years ago, and large sections of Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. Pretty cool. We won't review all of the plaques with you, but this is the St. Andrew's Chapel, and there are a number, as I said, of plaques around and other buildings on this property. And there's a cemetery just down the hill. We're gonna check that out after. We're staying actually on the adjacent street at the Bishop's Rest Bed and Breakfast. So we're gonna head over there now, get checked in, and get our shoes off. And we've arrived at the Bishop's Rest Bed and Breakfast, where we'll spend the night and have dinner, as well as tomorrow's breakfast. We'll share more about our stay here on our accommodations video. Thanks for watching this episode of Dirt Road Traveler.